this verse wherein in the Quran Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about the description of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam that is found in the previous scriptures. The verse we are doing is Surah A'raf. You put the page there, ne? Surah A'raf, verse number 157. الذين يتبعون الرسول النبي الأمي الذي يجدون مكتوبا. So in this verse, Allah Ta'ala mentioned in the previous scriptures certain sifat, certain qualities by which the Yahud and the Nasara can recognize Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So when they come across this particular person and they see these sifat in him, then they will know automatically that this is the promised prophet. This is the one in all the Anbiya. So these are the salient sifat. These are the outstanding characteristics that Allah Ta'ala is speaking about in the Quran that He mentioned in the previous scriptures. Are you with me? So in this verse, Allah Ta'ala is speaking about the salient features of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam or the salient characteristics of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that He mentioned in the Quran. Sorry, that He mentioned in the previous scriptures. So we already started this verse. We have few days now, almost so maybe 10 days. We're busy with this verse here. So we discussed already this part here. الذين يتبعون الرسول النبي الأمي الذي يجدونه that those who follow يعني from the Yahud and Nasara, the Muslims, the unled prophet, the one that they find him recorded, written by them in the Torah, in the Injil, right? So you find the name of Nabi Sallallahu in the Torah, in the Injil, and what are the qualities? يأمرهم بالمعروف. He advised them, he commands them with good. وَيَنْهَاهُمْ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ. He prohibits them from evil. وَيُحِلُّ لَهُمُ الطَّيِّبَاتِ. He makes halal for them the good things. وَيُحَرِّمُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْخَبَائِثِ. And he makes haram for them the bad things, right? So these are the sifat. So then we started this Ya'murum, we busy with this verse of Tafsir ibn Katheer. So this is also, I told you, this is a clear proof also against the Quran only people, those people who say you must only believe in the Quran, you mustn't accept instruction from Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. See what I say? Ya'murum, he commands you with good, he prohibits you from evil. So you can see that is something that's different to the Quran. This shows you that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was also a legislator. He was also a person who made halal and haram. That is why we, the Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, we say besides the Quran, there's another source of Sharia, and that is the Sunnah of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. That's why see we done all those riwayat with the Hazrat Ali says, إِذَا سَمِعْتُمْ أَنْ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. When you hear something from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, فَظَنُّوا بِهِ فَظَنُّوا بِهِ الَّذِي وَأَهْدَى. Then think what it is the thing that is most guided. وَالَّذِي أَهْنَى. And think it is the most blessed thing. وَالَّذِي أَتْقَى. And is the most God-fearing thing. So in other words, these are the things that guide you, etc., etc. وفي رواية, and another riwayat, إذا حدثتم عن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم حديثا, when I narrate to you a hadith from Rasul, فظنوا به الذي وأهداه. Then think what it is the most guided thing, وأهناه, the best thing, وأتقاه, the most pious thing, right? So that is our understanding with regard to the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that brings us to the end of that part. The next part, وَيُحَلِّمُ وَيُحِلُّ لَهُمُ الطَّيِّبَاتِ وَيُحَرِّمُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْخَبَائِثِ. The next quality, outstanding quality of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was that you'd make halal for you the wholesome things and make haram for you the bad things. Okay, read from the right. والشوائب والبصائر والأرحام ونحو ذلك مما كان زيد الكفر على ويحرم عليهم الخبائث. قال ابن عباس ونحو الكفر والربا وما كانوا يستحلونه من المحرمات من المآكل التي. Right. See, so Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَيُحَلِّمُ لَهُمُ الطَّيِّبَاتِ. He makes halal for you the wholesome things. وَيُحَرِّمُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْخَبَائِثَ. He makes haram for you. So from this hadith, you learn some of this ayat without even probing or deep diving into the ayat. you learn something important. When Shariat has made something haram for you, then understand that that is bad for you. There's no benefit for you in it. You don't need to understand the logic of something. You don't need to understand why. Why has Islam made this haram? Why is it not permissible for us to eat this? Why is it not permissible for us to engage in this? The fact, if you've got yaqeen in the words of Allah Ta'ala, and you've got yaqeen in the words of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, then you'll open-heartedly accept that if this is haram, it is not good for me, right? So, يُحِلُّ لَهُمْ مَا كَانُوا حَرَّمُوهُ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ من البحائر والسوائب والوصائل والحامي. So I told you before, the Jews, they were full of tricks. Especially if you do the tafsir, you do the tarjuma of the first para, the second para, there Allah Ta'ala speaks a lot about the tricks of the Jews. They were full of tricks, right? So they would many things that Allah Ta'ala had made halal for them, etc. They would harm upon them, prohibit, distorted the religion, etc. Just check if everything is right there. The interpolations, things which not haram, like how they made the fat, etc., haram upon themselves. Then they only eat the hind quarter of an animal, and then they must only slaughter on a Wednesday, etc., etc. Everything's right. I told you, when we were studying in Madrasa Azadville, we went to the current the beef plant. So that guy told us that the rabbi comes in on a Wednesday. The rabbi comes in on a Wednesday, only once a week. They clear the whole plant up. So, like how Muslim, anybody can slaughter him, a Muslim. They're only the rabbi he must slaughter. Then he must take the knife and he must say a prayer on the knife. And then he must check the knife. There's no kinks in the knife. Then he will slaughter the beef, and only the hind quarter becomes problem. So this is all their own fabrications. The things that they made haram upon themselves, which Allah Ta'ala never make haram. There's so many other things like that. So Allah Ta'ala speaking about that all that distortions in it, that Nabi Sam came to yuhillu lahum, Nabi Sam makes halal for them ما كانوا حرموه على أنفسهم, what they made haram from themselves, من البحائر. Will you check what is bahair? Loud? Loud? Yeah, it is sawaib. These are all like things of the animals, etc. Things which Allah Ta'ala never make haram, but they made haram upon themselves. So these are types of animals. You must just check the meaning of this, right? What they themselves. They create constraint upon themselves, al-anfusim, right? And then the second quality, وَيُحَرِّمُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْخَبَائِثَ, and he made haram upon you the means the bad things, the harmful things. قال ابن Abbas, Ibn Abbas says, كَلَحْمِ الْخِنْزِيرِ, like if you look at the flesh of a khinzir, this is harmful. Even modern science tells you that the most unhealthy, the most contaminated flesh is the flesh of a khinzir. So that is why it's made haram. War riba. Ulama treaties upon this baik dalam makilun from that See, we're on. So see, so وما كان يستحل من المحرمات, that which they considered from the haram things, من المآكل, from the edibles التي حرمه الله, which Allah Ta'ala made haram. See, the next ibadah is very interesting. قال بعض العلماء, some of the ulama say, فكل ما أحل الله تعالى من المآكل فهو طيب نافع في البدن والدين. That everything which Allah Ta'ala has made halal, Allah Ta'ala said this is halal, then فهو طيب نافع, then it is wholesome and it is beneficial for your body and for your deen. So you must have conviction in the word of Allah Ta'ala. And see the next part. وَكُلُّ مَا حَرَّمَهُ فَهُوَ خَبِيثٌ ضَارٌ فِي الْبَدَنِ وَالدِّينِ. And everything which Allah Ta'ala has made haram, like khinzir, riba, alcohol, intoxicants, carrion, something which is not considered halal, not to the point of sharia. So everything which Allah Ta'ala has prohibited from you, وَكُلُّ مَا حَرَّمَ فَهُوَ خَبِيثٌ, it is not wholesome, it is ضَارٌ, it is harmful, fil badani, to your for your body and your deen. So you must have this conviction in your heart that that which Allah Ta'ala has made halal for us, it is good for us, it is beneficial for us. And that which Allah Ta'ala has made haram for us, it is fraught with problems. It will create problems for us. Right, read the next text. Right. وَيَضَعُ عَنْهُمْ إِسْرَهُمْ. And now we're still discussing the sifat of our beloved Nabi Sallallahu. But I tell you, these are the salient features, his main characteristics. وَيَضَعُ عَنْهُمْ إِسْرَهُمْ. And وَضَعَ يَضَعُ, he will remove from them إِسْرَهُمْ, the burdens, وَالْأَغْلَالَ الَّتِي أَغْلَال, the chains, الَّتِي كَانَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ, the one that was upon them. Right, read next one. Yeah, أنه that he يعني نبي جاء بالتيسير, he's come with ease, والسماحة, and forbearance. Right, read the next hadith, it explains that. كما ورد الحديث. Yeah. Yeah, see, like Nabi Sallallahu said, كما ورد في الحديث من طرق, like how it's been narrated, طرق, from many ways, in many ways. الرسول from Rasulullah sallallahu وَإِذْ بِالْحَنَفِيَّةِ السَّمْحَةِ, that I, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, have been sent with the natural easy way. With the natural easy way. What I mean by this, that the religion of Islam, it is 100% in keeping with the natural tabiat of Islam. Sorry, with the natural tabiat of your body. Like, in Catholicism, for example, the priests, they can't get married. That's not natural. Allah Ta'ala has created Allah Ta'ala has created a natural urge in a man for a woman. Allah has created a natural urge in a woman for a man. They believe that those priests, they can't get married. Then also, if I remember correctly, just in the Catholicism also, once a person is married, you can't get divorced. You know that. But we know if you can't get on together, yes, Islam doesn't encourage divorce as far as possible. You try to save the marriage. But at the end of the day, sometimes you have to separate. So Islam recognizes all the natural needs and urges in a person. It does not stifle you. So that's what that we're saying. وَإِذْ I've been sent بِالْحَنَفِيَّةِ السَّمْحَةِ. Samha means with the easy, natural way. That it is in keeping with the natural tabiat, like that famous hadith maybe you'll do it in Kitab al-Tara, al-asharatu min al-fitra. 10 things are not a natural, it is a natural disposition of mankind to clip your nails, to remove the hair under your arms, to remove the pubic hairs, to trim the mustache, to have a long mustache where when you drink and you eat, the mustache is going into your beard, and circumcision, etc. These are natural things, natural qualities which the body naturally inclines towards it. So that is what is being said here. That the things that your body needs, the things that the needs that Allah Ta'ala created in you. Allah Ta'ala has made this halal for you, right? Carry on. وتطاوع. Yeah. So golden advice. وقال لأميريه. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said to his two Amir, his deputies, Mu'adh ibn Jabal and Musa al-Ash'ari, when he sent them to Yemen. There's a famous riwayat also that when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told Mu'adh, Mu'adh, it's possible that when you come back to Medina, you won't find me, you'll pass by my qabr. Remember that? And that is, ulama explained, it was Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's message that now my time is close. But anyway, he said, Bashira, try to give more. Yes, we're not saying you mustn't speak about punishment, etc. That's in its place. But try more to use encouragement. Bashira, wala tunathira. Do not make the deen appear to be something so difficult that people can't practice upon, right? Yassira, make it easy, make things easy. Obviously, within the confines of Sharia. We're not saying you must compromise. Remember the hadith we done also in Mishkat Sharif. If something was khilaf, it kana ab'ada minhu. When something was against Sharia, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was most distant from it. Remember? So ease within the context of Sharia. Yassira wa la tu'assira wa tatawa'a, and then be united wa la takhtalifa, and do not differ. Right? Carry on. Yeah. وقد كانت الأمم الذي قبلنا في شرائم ضيق عليهم. If you look at the ummats, the nations before us, that was the Jews, the Christians, etc., whatever, right? From there before, right? What about them? Uh, قبل في شرائم ضيق, or you can say ضيق عليهم or ضيق عليهم. Things were a bit difficult. Allah Ta'ala made it difficult. This ummah here was وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا, a moderate ummah, right? فوسع الله على هذه الأمة أمورها وسهلها لهم. Allah Ta'ala wassalallah ala made it easy upon this ummah its matters. Wassahala lahum, and he made it okay, yes, about means easy, created expense. He made it easy for this ummah. Okay, time is up. Just a small portion, but unfortunately we have to break now for our anjuman, inshallah. So tomorrow there's only tafsir. Tomorrow we'll carry on with the tafsir at 9:30, inshallah. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallah wa bihamdika, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Yes.